Pete here, and I'm back for another hand of the week. Now, this one came from a state night competition, and it's really good about talking about applying pressure, also understanding your agreements, and in a few different spots. I think me and my partner had really interesting spot to discuss agreements, and I also think that my opponents have some interesting spots to discuss agreements. So here we'll jump into it, and I went 3 clubs and my right hand opponent doubled. So my partner's preempted 3 clubs, first seat favourable, and my hand's got 5 high card points. So I know the opponents have at least 25 high card points and probably a heart fit. So I was expecting West to bid 4 hearts. And over that, I wanted to encourage my partner to lead a spade. I thought that would be quite useful. If they had a clear-cut lead, I think they'd make it anyway, but if they had any doubt about what they wanted to lead, I wanted to encourage a spade. So for that reason, I chose to bid 3 spades. Now, I think there's a really interesting spot to discuss what your agreements are. So is 3 spades natural enforcing? Does the double change it? So if they double or didn't double, is 3 spades natural enforcing? And does the vulnerability actually change whether it's natural enforcing or if it's non-forcing? So a couple of agreements that I like to play in expert partnerships were, firstly, if the opponent's double, I like everything to be non-forcing, just because you might be trying to find a better spot when they double. Also, if you're not vulnerable, I really like having new suits as non-forcing. The whole idea about this is when I preempt, or usually my partners preempt in expert partnerships, if they're not vulnerable, they can have absolute garbage. So I like to be able to find a better, just find a playable spot if they preempt not vulnerable. Whereas if they preempt vulnerable, they'll have a good suit, and I don't feel the need to try and improve the part score. So over vulnerable bids, I like to have the bids be natural enforcing. So that's just a bit about our agreements. Anyway, the auction continued, and it went 4 spades, and it went pass, pass, pass. And I was just shocked that this is how the auction actually panned out. But I'll open up all the cards and then discuss a little bit about the opponent's choices as well. So first of all, West is like really stuck over 3 spades. They don't want to come into this auction at all. My partner, who had an absolute maximum and a hand that I personally would have opened 1 club, but 3 clubs worked out pretty well on the hand. This isn't what I was expecting for a 3 club bid, but 4 spades, fine choice by them. But now East has 18 high card points, and the question is, should they double or not, and what is double? So here, if doubles take out, or at least strongly suggesting partner take out 4 spades, then I think they can probably do that. They've got really good hearts and diamonds, and might be happy to play in 5 diamonds, 5 hearts, or maybe just double 4 spades. But the thing is, if you look at how often partner will pass 4 spades doubled, while the East hand has lots of points, they probably don't want to defend 4 spades doubled, because looking at what defensive tricks they've got no spades. They probably only have 1 heart. Like here, North has the King of Hearts, so their heart holding's actually good. But usually you would expect either South to have the King of Hearts, or maybe there'd be a shortage about. So I'd count 1 heart trick. And then they've got Ace, King, Queen of Diamonds. And that might be between 1 and 3 diamond tricks, but 3 would be an absolute stretch. I would try and say like 1.5. I don't think very often you'd get more than... like, if you got 2 tricks, you'd be very happy out of this. So it looks like they've got maybe like 3 tricks most of the time. They've got like 1.5 in, 1 in hearts and 1.5 in diamonds. And I really don't think that spade's going to score a trick. And you would expect West to be broke a lot of the times. Not always, but I think it would be, like, you're not going to play your partner for that many tricks. So you'd be very happy if your partner bid 5 diamonds or 5 hearts, but if they've just got some sort of flattish hand, like if the West hand had the same hand without the Ace of Clubs, they would just pass 4 spades doubled. And here, 4 spades doubled goes down on a heart lead when North has the King of Hearts, which again isn't something that you would usually expect. But if South had the King of Hearts and if South had the Ace of Clubs, and North was the exact same, then 4 spades will make, and your partner would just pass it doubled. So I think it's like you don't really want to defend 4 spades doubled that often if that's what you actually expect. But here, my really light response really jammed out East and West here. Like, West can't really bid. East could consider a double, but it's very difficult for them to, there are significant downsides when you expect your partner will pass it. So I've got some, I understand why they chose to pass that, but we absolutely robbed them here. Got out for down 3. Now, 4 hearts can be held to 10 tricks on this hand. So even if they doubled us in 4 spades, we were getting a good score. But this hand was all about sort of applying pressure. I wanted the spade lead. It gets it a lot more difficult for the opponents. And I just wanted to highlight this sort of bid that you can make over preempts, which you make forcing bids with no intention of actually making. It makes it a lot harder for the opponents to come in on the hand. But I also wanted lead directional value as well. But here, it sort of timed out just absolutely perfectly for me. And then I also wanted to highlight a few different of the agreements. If East doubles again, is it takeout or is it penalties? Which hands are meant to run? Is my 3 spades forcing or is it non-forcing? Those sorts of things. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this hand of the week, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.